Hello, everybody, and welcome to Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. As a long-time Star Trek fan, I have been looking forward to playing this game. I've had it for a little while now, but I haven't actually got into it properly. Played the demo was good, but let's play the game. Now, I am not going to be rolling back the game. I'm going to be taking whatever consequences there are, and hopefully we can get Voyager back out of the Delta Quadrant, and hopefully without too many problems. But let's see. Okay. We will recommend the players who have already completed survival mode and wish to put their skills to the test. Resources are limited. Resources are scarce. Combat is deadly. You know what? Let's do Years of Hell. As I say, only played the demo, but let's make it as hard as we can. Because it was realistically hard for them. Procedurally generated star systems. Excellent. Your unique ship build and the decisions you make will reshape the story. So let's see what story we get.
So, a few days back, this Captain Janeway breezes into my cozy penal colony like she owns the place. She's stern and smells like coffee and regulations. And the kicker? She's served with my old man on the Albatani. Turns out her security chief, Tuvok, was playing spy on a Maquis ship that vanished in the Badlands. Now Janeway needs that missing ship found, and because of my past associations, I'm apparently the resident expert on the Badlands. I find the missing Maquis. She puts in a good word for me at my next parole review. Simple. Still, the view is infinitely better than a holding cell. It's not every day you get a front row seat on a brand new Intrepid-class starship's maiden voyage. The USS Voyager. Might even get to touch the helm.
Gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. Ensign Kim, you're fresh from the academy, ready for your first deep space assignment. Point for duty, Captain. It's an honor to be here. I hope I live up to your expectations. Ensign Kim, I trust you've already met Tom Paris, our esteemed observer. A former Maquis pilot will help us search the Badlands for the Maquis vessel. With all due respect, ma'am, observer is hardly a title befitting my talents. I'm the best damn pilot in the sector. Call me pilot extraordinaire. So. The Maquis, wow, I've heard a lot of stories about them. Relax, I was with the Maquis only for a few weeks before I was captured and sent to a lovely little penal colony in New Zealand. Penal colony. Enough chat, gentlemen. All hands. This is the captain. Report to your stations. Helm, take us to the Badlands. Maximum warp. The Badlands, a treacherous region of space where violent plasma storms can cripple even the most advanced starships. Captain Janeway observes the swirling chaos on the view screen. A subtle smile playing on her lips. She's ready for the challenge. Canada's picking up no other vessels in the system, Captain. It's your time to shine, Mr. Paris. Any idea where your former colleagues might be hiding? Not exactly Maquis of the Year, Captain, but they did prefer underground bases, remote planets, and... Captain, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading a coherent tetryon beam scanning us. And a displacement wave heading towards us. Colossal wave of turbulent energy surges towards Voyager, its power dwarfing anything the crew has ever seen. With no time to analyze the threat, emergency measures are initiated. Red alert, helm, evasive maneuvers. Too late, the wave will intercept us in 5 seconds. Brace for impact. Aftermath. As the crew regains consciousness, they find their bridge in total devastation. Twisted metal, sparking consoles, and injured crewmates paint a grim picture of what just happened. Damage report. Major hull and deck damage to transporters offline, and we're receiving casualty reports. Reached the sickbay. Doctor, I've got injured crew on the bridge. Doctor, damn. Captain, we're losing systems across multiple decks. The deuterium tanks are empty and warp code's gone into grey mode. We're on reserves barely. Mr. Paris, take the helm, scan for the nearest source of deuterium. External sensors are offline, cellular topography must be down. Voyager's blind, Captain. Janeway to engineering. We need stellar topography. Cartography. Why can't I struggle with that word? Back online now. Okay, tutorial. Click on the question mark icon 1 on the left of the screen to revisit any tutorial screen. Activate the stellar cartography in the lower left part of the ship. To activate it, open up the menu by selecting the room and switching on the power supply. Okay. That's the stellar it's because I'm trying to call it cartography. Stellar cartography. And switch on the power. Capture sensors are picking up something out there, but what Harry is trying to stammer is we're not in the Badlands anymore. What is that thing? Where are we? If our sensors are working, we just jumped over 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. Delta Quadrant? How? Captain, life support systems are failing. This array will have to wait. Mr. Paris, take the helm, find us a deuterium source. Okay, scan points of interest marked with white question marks to reveal resources. Scan until you reveal deuterium, the fuel resource. Okay. Scan. Ah, okay. Let's grab the deuterium then. Navigate your ship by traveling to various locations. While traveling, time passes in the form of cycles. While visiting points of interest, you can choose between different approaches with different risks and outcomes. The different colours of the chance bar represent the possible outcomes. Dark green and light green, excellent and good outcomes. High rewards such as extra resources, morale increase, etc. Yellow, average outcomes can include minor setbacks. Orange and red, bad and terrible outcomes lead to low rewards, and medium to major setbacks like destroyed rooms, hull damage, or severe injuries. Okay, we have deuterium. Now let's set course. Okay, Captain, we found an abandoned ship adrift in space. It's powered down but structurally sound with sealed storage compartments. Okay, leave the storage alone and focus on salvaging from other parts of the ship. Okay, nice. We got deuterium. Captain, we can now deactivate grey mode. Captain, ready to increase warp core output. The warp core is a reactor that powers the ship. To generate energy, it continuously consumes deuterium. Depending on the reactor level, you must produce more energy, but more deuterium is required. You produce more energy, but more deuterium is required. Increase the power output by selecting main engineering and switching the warp core to a higher tier. Main engineering. And there we go. Right. This array. I can't tell Captain where the scanners detected a marquee vessel next to it. Scan for life signs. There's no one on board. Scan the array. Several life forms on board, Captain. It's one of them Vulcan. I'm not sure, Captain, the signals are weak. I want the transporter room repaired and ready. Mr. Paris, get us a uranium deposit. We'll need to repair the transporter room. Okay, deuterium your fuel that empowers the warp drive. Uranium and tritanium essential for construction and repair. Crew is needed to operate key systems and rooms. Okay. Deuterium. Uranium. Okay, let's leave the storage alone and focus on salvaging from other parts of the ship. Okay, good. We now have all the uranium we need. Engineer is standing by to repair the transporter, Captain. Damaged rooms are not operational. Select a room to bring up the room controls. If you have the resources and work teams needed, you can initiate repairs. Repair. Okay, transporters are back online, Captain. Set course for the array. It's time we got some answers. Okay, let's go and grab some more deuterium while we're at it. Risk to maneuver Voyager to the unknown of the cloud. We'll do a safer one. Okay, more deuterium. Vincent Kim and Mr. Paris, get ready for your first away mission. Away missions present a series of challenges. Heroes possess skills and traits. Select heroes with the matching skills for your away team. We can only pick the 2, unfortunately. Well, let's start the mission. Decide on an approach and select the hero to complete the challenge with the appropriate skill. If the skill is lower than the requirement, the success chance is displayed. You seem to have materialized in the middle of a cornfield. This place is eerily similar to Earth, but something's off. Any suggestions on what to do? Look for any footprints or strange noises, or we can scan for any life signs or strange energy signatures. They're both kind of the same. Let's see if we can scan. Hey, we had success. Harry and Tom used their tricorders to scan for life signs and detect a strange energy spike emanating from a nearby area. Following the readings, they navigate through the corn and find a farm with people working the fields. An old man sits on the porch of a nearby farmhouse strumming a banjo. After a challenge, the participating team members are fatigued and their skill values are reduced. Let them rest for the next challenge to recover and plan ahead accordingly. Captain, this old man seems harmless enough. He might know what's going on here. How should we approach him? Okay. Let's try to read his body language for any clues. Harry and Tom discreetly observe the old man, trying to analyse his body language. Something feels off, like he is putting on an act. They can't quite put a finger on why. The old man seems perplexed by their presence, muttering about Harry and Tom being early, and how it is not their turn yet. He invites them to stay on the farm and wait, offering them some fresh corn cobs. You can select more than one hero for a challenge if they possess the required skill. If the cumulative skill value is equal or higher than the required number, you have a chance for a critical success, golden part of the chance bar. The old man isn't much hint. We'll try and find the marquee ourselves. There's a large barn behind the farmhouse. Tricorder readings are off the charts. There's definitely something strange about it, especially that back wall. So we can try to find a way to break the illusion. Investigate the barn wall for a hidden door. We're low on both of these. We can do this, which I'm presuming it wants us to do. Harry and Tom tried to disrupt the energy field causing a flicker in the air, but before they could break the illusion, the people from the field burst in, wielding farm tools as weapons. The old man appears and reveals the barn is an illusion. The back wall dissolving to show a bluish glowing room where unconscious people, including a tattooed man and a half Klingon woman, lie on surgical tables. Sometimes you have to make major decisions that influence how the story proceeds. These decisions are marked with a golden outline. These people must be the missing marquee. They are being held here, Captain. We must get them out of here. Okay, so we can guarantee to wake up the Klingon, or we can wake up Chakotay. We'll try and wake up Chakotay. We might fail this. Your choice has consequences. Tom rushes towards the tattooed man, hoping to shake him awake. As he reaches out, the old man stops him, a look of concern on his face, but before Tom can react, a blinding white light fills the room and everything goes blank. Okay. A sudden return. Captain Janeway anxiously awaits the return of her awaiting when Tom Paris unexpectedly materializes behind her. What happened on the array? Captain, what happened over there, Mr. Paris? We lost contact with you for several hours. What? But we were only there for only an hour, right? Harry, he was just beside me. And he's still on the array, but why were you released and not? The marquee are hailing us, Captain, put them on screen. And Commander Chakotay of the marquee, my chief engineer, Belana Torres, is missing. Is she with you? No, Commander, one of our own is also missing. It seems we share a problem. It would make sense if we solved it together. 3 of us will beam over to your ship. Despite Janeway's invitation, the arrival of Chakotay and his marquee crew on the bridge is fraught with tension. Both sides remain wary as they prepare to discuss their shared predicament. Captain, this is Tuvok, my... Oh, I know who he is. I'm glad to have you back, Tuvok. As a my captain, Commander Chakotay, I must inform you that I was assigned to infiltrate your crew. Were you going to deliver us into Starfleet's waiting hands, Vulcan? Correct, however, I assure you I perform my duties aboard your ship to the highest standards. Charming, and I see you have Paris with you too. Are you forming a Marquis Traitors Club, Captain? You win some, you lose some, Commander. Let's focus on bringing Torres and Kim back from the array. We can't get back inside. They've sealed the entrances and are blocking incoming hails. Lieutenant Tuvok, get down to engineering and find a way to bypass whatever's jamming our communications. Report back as soon as you have a solution. Captain, the ship's status remains critical. Repair protocols are imperative. We require resources and the engineering office to mobilize additional workforces. Prioritize life support, secure core decks, and restore Deck 5 functionality first to gain access to the engineering office. To be able to supply power to a room, you need to activate the life support unit of the corresponding deck. Each life support unit consumes energy, so plan accordingly. Well, we need Deck 5 apparently, so let's switch it on. Life support restored and Deck 5 Captain Engineering Office is now accessible. And of course it's a mess, we'll have to fix it before we can even use it. Okay, we can repair it and it takes 2 cycles. Repairs in progress. Until completion, it will be logical to scan all planets in the systems and gather more deuterium and uranium. Okay, so we can zoom out. Yep, excellent. Okay, let's scan. Nothing new to reveal. Okay. Almost scanned all of them now. We're going to need that we've missed. No, that's all of them. So we need to gather more resources. So there's nothing there. Nothing there. Let's try and go further afield. Deuterium. Okay. Engineering office fully operational again, Captain. We now have an additional work team to carry out 2 tasks simultaneously. Building or repairing rooms, even clearing debris occupies work teams. To be able to carry out several tasks at the same time, obtain additional teams by building or upgrading engineering offices. Logically, we should now focus on Deck 2 and the mess hall to ensure crew's food supply, maintaining their physical endurance. This requires reactivating life support in that section first. The morale bar shows your current morale, the change to morale per cycle, and icons indicating your crew's need. Open the overview screen and switch to morale to get detailed information about your crew's needs. Your decisions in ship management, food crew quarters, and events affect crew morale. If morale falls to 0, the crew mutinies and the game is over. Switch on the power. Life support restored on Deck 2, Captain. Access to the mess hall is now possible. However, it has sustained extensive damage. Emergency rations are currently deployed. After the repair, the crew can access replicator rations again. Let us repair it. 3 cycles to repair. Until completion, we should address crew accommodation. The rowing rooms must be cleared to create room for additional sections. The ship is heavily damaged and many parts are destroyed beyond repair. To free up new building space, you'll first have to remove the remnants of the old, select the room, and give the order to clear the debris. Removing debris takes time to pass the time travel on the map. What we've been doing. Okay, let's clear the debris. While waiting for our work teams to finish, we should continue to collect more resources. The mess hall has been repaired. Mess hall repairs are complete, Captain. We should switch to replicate rations now. It will enhance crew well-being. With every cycle your crew consumes rations. You can always use emergency rations, which don't require resources but lower morale. The crew is accustomed to premium rations made by the replicator. Those increase morale but consume deuterium. Well, we should be okay. Premium rations. Okay, I think we're okay for now. Oh, the ruined room is repaired. Ruined room removal concluded. Great, maybe we can finally rebuild some crew quarters. My back is killing me from sleeping in the corridor. It'll do wonders for morale, that's for sure. To build new rooms, select the empty building space to bring up the construction menu. If you have enough work teams or resources, you can build the room. Every room needs a corresponding area, so plan accordingly. Okay, let's have a look what we got. Crew accommodates 12. Missing technology. Missing resources, so we can only do the emergency. Your crew is the lifeblood of your ship. Each room requires personnel to operate, so keep this in mind when adding new rooms or upgrades. Don't forget to provide the necessary accommodation, or morale may drop faster than you'd like. 6 cycles. Accept Tuvo's com request. Captain, the array's jamming signal has been neutralized. We should be able to establish communication. Let's hope they respond. Hail the array. Ugh, who's this? Why are you bothering me? Oh, it's you. Why are you back? You don't have what I need. I remember that voice, Captain, the old guy with the banjo, though he seemed a lot less jellyfish back on the array. Captain Janeway with the Federation Starship Voyager, we mean you no harm. We just want our people back. Your people are no longer here. They may have what I need. You'll just have to leave them. Yeah, what forgot? Optional scan the array for Harry and Balana. Let Chakotay talk. Try to intimidate him. Appeal to his humanity. Tell us where they are. Let's give Chakotay a chance. We won't do that. We've struggled for too long to be pushed around. Return our crew or you'll find out what the market are capable of. The struggle for survival, it is a heavy burden, but I have no time for this. There just isn't enough time. Time for what? To ensure their survival. Offer your help. Who are you talking about? Perhaps we can help. We might know a thing or two about survival. You, my own methods go far beyond your comprehension. Even that is not enough. No, you can't help. No, you're stealing my time. Don't you understand? I don't have time. Not enough time. We're being cut off, Captain. This is getting us nowhere. We need to find our people fast. You managed to extract valuable information, Commander. I commend you for that. Captain, if I may. I've observed that the array has been sending energy pulses towards the 5th planet of the neighbouring system ever since our arrival. Given a lack of information regarding our mission's missing crew's location, investigating this planet appears the most logical next step. It's the only lead we have, Forts Commander. It seems our paths are intertwined, Captain. Let's use this opportunity to find our people and bring them back. Agreed, Mr. Paris, take the helm again. Let's find our people. Set a course for the 5th planet of the neighbouring system, maximum warp. The sector map shows the entire sector with several star systems. You can either travel directly to another system, or you can scan the system first and select a specific pole to visit. Planet. Zoom in. Right, let's get some deuterium. Okay, good. So the question is, sector. 5 cycles away. Okay, let's go. Built the emergency quarters, excellent. A Talaxian freighter. That's an abandoned vessel. Lieutenant Deuterium. A camper. Oh. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders. Continue. There we are, Captain. I might say what a ride. Voyager handles like a dream. Responsive, agile. Don't get too carried away, Mr. Paris. Let's see what we have here. Following the array's energy pulses, Voyager discovers a desert planet with a harsh, unforgiving landscape. Are Harry, Kim and Balana perhaps being held in this place? What's so special about this ugly old space rock? Oh, sure, check the energy pulses. Let's check the energy pulses. Anything noteworthy about the energy pulses? They are consistently targeting a single location, a barren piece of the desert. I recommend a way to investigate the area. There is something else. The interval between these pulses has decreased by 0.47 seconds since we left the array. They're getting faster. The entity said he's running out of time, right? Whatever that means, we'd better hurry. Do a general scan of the planet. It has all the basic characteristics of a Class M planet, but no ocean, no river, nothing. However, there are settlements. Why would anyone want to live there? Strange but intriguing. We're awaiting. We'll examine this world firsthand. A Talaxian freighter. Our captain, a small ship is approaching. They're hailing us. On screen. Peculiar alien with a mischievous grin greets Voyager from his chaotic vessel. Neither Starfleet nor the Marquis have ever seen such a species before, perhaps an inhabitant of the Delta Quadrant. Greetings. Looking for something on this dusty old rock. Would we find anything, Mr. Neelix? Never seen a ship like yours, let me guess. You were whisked away from somewhere else in the galaxy and brought here against your will. Sounds as though you've heard this story before. Thousands of times, well, hundreds of times, maybe 50 times, but the caretaker has been bringing ships here for months now. The caretaker? That's what the Ocampa call him. He probably snatched some of your crew too, right? They're likely down on the planet with the Ocampa. But Captain, it's a tricky place, dangerous. You could use a guide, but of course a guide needs a little, you know, compensation. Sounds fair. Wonderful. To be honest, I've had it rough recently. These pesky void voles have been nibbling away at my supply. Some food and water will be most welcome. If you help us find our missing crew, you have all the food and water you want. It's a deal. Okay. Rebuild Voyager and explore the system, or skip cycles until Neelix is ready to talk. Oh, okay. Shit. That's our shield generator, holodeck, sickbay. Did we not just build? It's the bridge, the mess hall. Emergency quarters. Let's clear a ruined room. 6 cycles for that. And we'll clear that one as well. System. Let's scan the system. Our sensors detect a small but stable spatial anomaly. It's not dangerous but could provide valuable scientific data. Why not? We'll grab this as well. Scan the anomaly from a safe distance. Nice. Our sensors gather valuable data. Deuterium's not too bad, so we'll grab some uranium. Excellent. Okay. What a delicious meal, a culinary masterpiece. I've never encountered such a tangy but comforting, smooth yet vibrant concoction. What was it called again? Tomato soup. Tomato soup, I'm something of a culinary wizard myself, you know. My Alfarian hair pasta ball is widely known for its bold, mouth-watering taste. Mr. Neelix, I am pleased you are enjoying yourself, but we need your assistance now. Ah yes, your mission crew, right. Scan the southern continent and look for a range of dead volcanoes. At their foot you'll find the Kazon Ogla encampment. Kazon Ogla? One case is a sect of many. They control this part of the quadrant. They're a bit difficult, but with the right approach, even they can be reasoned with. But you said the Ocampa had our people. Well, the Ocampa do have your people, it's just finding them is a bit tricky. My old pal, Machier Jabin, the Ogla leader, might know where to look. He's a nice guy, a bit gruff, but he owes me a favour. Ask for more information. Anything else we should know about? Water is a precious commodity around these parts. The Ogla, they mostly get theirs through trade, so a little liquid diplomacy will go a long way. Send away team. Prepare an away team and you'll accompany them, Mr. Neelix. Okay. Catching, we reached our destination. Orders. Send an away team. Okay, before we send our away team, we're going to end it there. We're on the obviously the starting mission, but we want to kind of continue this in the same fashion we've started it, which is I wanted to continually keep going through it and not try and roll back or anything like that. So it's going to be an interesting challenge. So I want to make sure we've got that ready for the next episode. So thank you very much for joining me for this episode. Now, if you would like to see another episode, another series started on the Voyager where you get a chance to vote for the outcomes, then let me know in the comment section. I can run a little bit of a polling system where you can vote for what choices are made. However, obviously that means that the gameplay a little bit longer. So yeah, I don't know how it'll work, but we'll see. Maybe we'll look back on what we've done here, and we'll make choices that, like the defining moment choices. For example, who do we wake? Do we wake Chakotay or do we wake B'Elanna? So we'll see how it goes. But until next time, everybody, take care for now, and I shall see you all on the next one. Bye bye for now.